welcome to Beers Blend. My name is Ronald and well, today I have another whiskey single malt review for you. Today we're gonna take a look at an Islay whiskey. Not a whiskey from Islay, but a whiskey from an island. Yeah, it's a Jura whiskey, the Isle of Jura. It's somewhere around, well, the same area where the Isle of Islay is. So, yeah. And if we're gonna take a look at the box, which is actually very nice. This whiskey is, by the way, for their travel value or tax-free stores only. So, stores at the airport, that kind of stuff. You can also get it, well, in my country at some local, booze shops, whiskey shops. So yeah, that's where I got it from. And yeah, well, this is actually what I really like. You have this like, what is it, kind of compass type thingy on the box, and it explains all the different whiskies in the series of the Jura Islay whiskies. So we have peated, we have rich and full-bodied, we have rich and intense, and we have light and delicate. In the peated series, we have the Superstition and the Prophecy. The Superstition is the more lightly peated version. That's a whiskey that I really want to try out. It's also not that expensive. It's like 35 US dollars, euros, pounds, that type of stuff. This one is expensive. It's around 50. You get a whole liter, so it's good money for value. It's a non-age statement one, so yeah, some people might say, oh no, I'm not gonna drink that. No, it's not a non-age statement, and I have some non-age statement whiskies, and they are actually really good. So yeah, is this one any good? Let's find out. I haven't tried it yet. It's just came in with the mail, so yeah, it's kind of a thing now. Testing whiskies on camera that I haven't tried before. Yeah, let's see. Well, yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the rich and flavored body. There is only one. The Durach's own. Durach is the name for the, well, native people of Islay. There is a story that there on Islay is just one road, one shop, and well, the distillery. Don't know if that's true, but okay, I read it somewhere. Jura is also a very old one. It's around 1810. Yeah, beginning of the 19th century. So it's an old one. It's an old one. It got its license in 1840, around that time. That's when all the whiskey makers got the license to produce malts. But that's another story. Yeah. Then we have the rich and intense. Now that's the Jura Mara of Jura Mara. Don't know how to pronounce it. It's Gaelic probably. I'm not a native Gaelic speaker, so please don't kill me. Then we have in the last section, the light and delicate section, the origin. That's I think the 10-year-old, 12-year-old, I don't know. The Durach's own, that's a 16-year-old. The Prophecy and the Superstition are also non-age statement whiskies. So yeah, well, what have we on the box? Well, we have this kind of windrose type thingy. It's a travel whiskey. There's also a story on here. Jura Mara, rich and intense in a world of its own. The Isle of Jura can be found nestled on the west coast of Scotland. It's a place famed as much for its folklore as it is for its whiskey. A magical heaven where a sense of solitude pervades. One road, one pub, one community, and one distillery. Okay. There is no whiskey and no island quite like Jura. It truly is in a world of its own. This is really terrible. Light grey on dark grey. It's not real. I also watched the video of Horst Loening reviewing this whiskey, and he said the same thing. And it's true. It's really terrible to put light grey on dark grey and then trying to read it. It's insane. Become a Jura. Jurach's is the Gaelic name for the people of Jura, proud of our land and our whiskey. We are a small and close-knit community of fewer than 200. United by the island we love and the warmth of its people with a dram of the good stuff in hand, we toast to health of our friends near and far. Become a honorary Jura and join us. Life doesn't get any better. You will even get a free dram for life every month at the Jura pub. To find out just how good being a Jura could be, visit jurawhisky.com. Yeah, marketing for the win. Okay, what do we have? We have some more text on here. Now let's read it. Jura Mara is Gaelic for a long journey. In the 19th century, saw many Juras leave Jura in search of far-off lands and pasture new Jesse Scott and pastures new. Terrible. Jesse Scott was one such Jura who wrote a heartfelt poem of her sorrow at leaving. Though ne'er to tread thy shores again, my heart with thee shall aye remain. Where I wander I'll retain my dearest wish for Jura. Gaelic and Old English, okay. Jura Mara is an expression matured in casks from around the world that honors those who carried Jura in their hearts as they journey to distant lands. Adored with a compass to steer your home, Jura Mara is a little bit of Jura to take with you. Well, a little bit, it's a liter. You can't really put that in your handbag, but okay. Where was I? Wherever you're traveling, okay. Taste. Finished in a mix of bourbon barrels, Bordeaux wine and ruby port casks. Ruby port casks is one of my favorite finishing casks for whiskey. I have Glenmorangie, 12-year-old. It's also finished in ruby port casks and it is so good. I will review it shortly on this channel. It's so good and that's why I decided to get this. Ruby port casks are so delicious. And well, in combination with the Bordeaux wine, probably red wine, I don't know, I hope red wine. I don't really drink wine, but I want to get into it. I like the taste of a good wine, but I haven't like got into the wine. I don't have any bottles on my own. My parents probably have some. Gotta check them out. Blah 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 blah, bourbon barrels, yeah, okay. Resulting in an array of enticing flavors of honeyed vanilla, succulent black cherries, fleshy grape pulp and juicy raisins. Okay, rich and intense with black forest fruits and plums. Black forest fruit, that I wonder if that's like the black forest fruit from the Black Forest in Germany. I have visited the Black Forest once, and they have that fruit mix there. It's good. It's good. I hope it tastes a little bit like it. It's a while back since I've had it, so don't know if I can remember it. And my cats are arguing in the background. Silence. Okay. Well, let's see how it is. Oh my! You know when you're really good at making reviews, when you're forgetting your whiskey glass. I'll be right back. There we are, I got my glass. I hope my cats don't break down the house. They're jumping on everything and... Okay. Well, I have opened it already and I had a smell of it already and I like it. I like it very much. It's a heavy bottle, but yeah, but what do you expect? It's a liter. I also really like that this metal compass is printed on the bottle. It's really cool, and the shape of the bottle, it's nice. It's also very big. Travel exclusive, single malt Scotch whiskey, rich and intense, 42%. Okay, established 1810. Jura Turas Mara. Okay. Well, let's open this baby and see how it tastes and smells. Oh, nice. Interesting cork. Oh, fruity. I like fruity whiskies, but I don't like the fruity whiskies who are like overwhelming. This is really fruity, but it's not in your face. Like, hey, I'm a fruity whiskey. No, it's there. It's elegant. It's rich in fruits. It's good. The nose. I don't know how it tastes, but yeah. Let's find out, shall we? not too much. I have to taste some other whiskies today. There we go. It is chill filtered, it is colored, I believe. So, yeah, color is good. Caramel as always. The nose is really good. It's vanilla. It's maybe a touch of honey in the back. But the fruits are definitely here, and yeah, it reminds me of my Glenmorangie, who's also a podcast. Venetia. There goes our $1,300 speaker. I'll be back as soon as I kill these cats. So, those cats are dead now. We can finally get back to what's important. The whiskey. Delicious. Berries, yeah, just fruits all over. Maybe some sour fruits in the back. Really pleasant nose, really pleasant, and I am glad because there's one thing that I don't like in fruited whiskey, especially pears, and then I'm talking about these really intense pears. And there's a little bit of pear in here, but a little bit matured pear, older pear. So it has that freshness of pear, but not that intensity of pear. That's what I hate. Good nose in my opinion. If you go a little bit away from the glass, you start smelling the vanilla and the honey and well the characteristics of a bourbon cask. Yeah. It also has a bit of a wine nose, but yeah, it's that Bordeaux wine, so yeah. I'm starting to think it's maybe a white one. Could be. Could be. Legs aren't that thin or thick. I would say average. Okay. Ah. Oh. Well, I like this one. Oh, this is a keeper. Definitely. This is a really, really good one. First off, when you put it in your mouth, it's there. It's not really mouth filling, it is mouth watering for sure. Even now, still, I am mouth watering. What watering? What? Mouth watering. Um, Aftertaste, vanilla, honey, sweetness, some dried fruits, ripe fruits a little bit to give that little bit of fruity intensity, but not too much, not too much, because too much intense fruits in a whiskey, no, I don't like that. And the 42% is just perfect to give it that little bit of that bit of intensity that you need in a whiskey, in my opinion. Don't need any more alcohol. Don't need any less alcohol in this. It's just perfect. Mm. 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 You also get a little bit of spiciness when you swallow it, just at the back of your palate, just to give it a little bit extra, um, yeah, intense feeling. Now I had a bigger sip. yeah, some more intensive stuff going on. I wouldn't say my tongue is prickling, but it's a little bit, my cheeks are a little bit, yeah, tickling. This is a whiskey that is perfectly made. The people at Jura know what they're doing. And well, how can you say that, you might ask? Just how everything is balanced, how everything is so perfectly equalized and going over to another flavor, another feeling. This is seriously a dangerously good whiskey. A really good sipping whiskey. And there's also one thing that I don't like. That's, well, when you take a sip, I um, yeah, like to get some aroma in my mouth. Just, yeah, breathe above the glass when I take a sip. And I don't like when it's, I don't want to say smoky because it's not, but that intenseness, if you know what I'm talking about, then okay. If you don't know, then you will find out when you are going to taste some whiskies. Mm. This is a whiskey that calms you, that relaxes you. When you're in a bad place, you want this whiskey to keep you company. This is an awesome, awesome whiskey. If anybody is out there who is saying, no, no, I don't want this, it has no age on it, I will kill you. This is a really good, this is such a good whiskey. I have a lot of whiskies in my collection, probably about 15 to 20 at this point. And a lot of different whiskies, blends, young, old, Isla, Highland. I don't have any lowland whiskey at this point, but I am planning on getting the Octoshan 3 wood soon. But yeah, that's for another time. And this is seriously in my top 3 whiskies that I own. The price is good, and you might say 50, it's a lot of money for a whiskey. This is a liter. The, yeah, price per glass, to say it in that way, it's good. And the quality that you get, it's awesome. You don't need an age statement on this. You don't. I would pay 50 for 700 milliliters for this. If you see this ever, or have a chance to get it, or yeah, are planning on getting a new whiskey and you don't know what you need to get this one. Forget all the others. Get this. This is seriously, seriously good. And I say that about pretty much every whiskey that I have, because, well, I don't buy whiskey that I don't like. I watch videos, I read reviews, I know what I'm getting. But for example, last time I tasted the Balvenie Doublewood. It's around 30-35 for 700 milliliters. This is more expensive, but you also get more. I would get this any day of the week above that Balvenie Doublewood. Balvenie Doublewood is an awesome whiskey. Awesome. You should totally try it. But between that one and this one, get this one. This one is delicious. I like it. But it may also because, it may be that I like this whiskey because the port cask finish. I am a fan of the port cask finish. I am planning on trying some more podcast whiskies, but there aren't that many, and that's a shame. This is a good one. I'm glad I got a liter. Mm-mm-mm. It doesn't really get any better. If you ask me, what could Jura have done to make this a better whiskey? I would say nothing. It's perfect. This gets 10 out of 10 from me. the aroma in the glass after you finish it, it's rich in caramel, rich in vanilla. It's a little bit mouth covering, but not mouth filling, if you know what I mean. The structure of the whiskey is also not that oily, not that thick. This is a really easy whiskey to drink, but a really complex and a little bit intense whiskey to sip and savor and learn all about. The presence of the whiskey is awesome. This bottle looks amazing. The presentation is good. When you have this bottle next to you, yeah, I just feel happy. The shape, the metal compass on the front, it just puts a smile on my face to look at the bottle. I am a fan of the whiskies, especially the whiskey bottles, who are a little bit different. And this is different. There is not a single other whiskey brand, if you want to call it, that makes bottles just like Jura. It's awesome. I am definitely gonna try the Superstition. Because the Superstition isn't that expensive. It's like 30, 35. And I am curious to see how Jura handles that one. Because it's like, it's 50% peated whiskey and 50% non-peated whiskey. And I'm not that fan of that really intense peated whiskeys. I have a Lagavulin 16 in my collection. It's good whiskey, but it's not really a whiskey you can enjoy every time. I need to feel in the mood to drink that one. This you can drink this every day of the week, every hour of the day. You can wake up, pour yourself a dram, drink it, no problem. 42% alcohol, yeah, maybe it's a little too much for somebody, because in normal whiskeys you have 40, so maybe that would put you off to drink it in the morning or something. But now I'm getting a lot of berries, and holy hell, my camera is bright. Let's see if I can fix that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, so there we have it. Yeah, that's good. I like this one. I like this. It puts a smile on my face. This is... I am willing to go as far as to say this is my best whiskey that I own. Just because of the price. I also have a really expensive Glenfiddich and some other whiskies that are like 70, 80 euros. But this is a liter for 50. And the quality is insane. So if I look at the whole picture, this might be my favorite whiskey. Just because of the whole picture. I love it. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If so, leave this video a thumbs up. Share with your friends. Share with your parents. Yeah, I hope you liked it. And I will see you soon with another whiskey review. Hope you liked it. And I say now goodbye and later.